What's up, everybody? This is Shabazz with the proper perspective, coming to you live on my morning walk. Walk with me for a minute. I got a few thoughts on my mind. This is the thing that started. Of course, I'm not saying all religions or all religious people or all religionists go overboard, but we know in the grand scheme of things, there's this overarching theme of religious zealots trying to force you onto their camp. Now, I'm not here to force anybody under any camp. If you don't like Pan Africanism, that's fine. I don't have an issue with you because you don't like Pan Africanism. Now, I may have an issue with you because you use fake news, because you use false narratives, but that's a totally different thing. That ain't because you're anti Pan Africanist. You could be anti Pan Africanist all you want, but at least stand on some historical facts. So, for instance, a brother told me, I'm a Pan Africanist. He says, I want to make everything about slavery to be a quote unquote bad thing that rests solely upon the shoulders of Europeans. And because I'm a Pan Africanist, I won't admit that there were African kingdoms or African players who had their hands involved in the slave trade. And I'm like, again, if you want to listen to the words that come out my mouth, then you wouldn't be stuck on stupid. I ain't never said nowhere to nobody that Africans didn't have a hand in the slave trade. Now, you'd be stupid. I'm not supposed to be disparaging. You'd be quite ill informed. Then the question would be whether you're willfully ill informed or just plain old ignorant and ain't been reading or ain't been reading the right books if you think there were no Africans involved in the slave trade. Now, I can say that because I'm a student of history. I can say that and still be a Pan Africanist. Just like we can still be pro black here in America and not have anything to do with any other country or continent and still criticize our own black people. As black people, we can criticize the drug dealers in the neighborhood and we don't lose our black card. We don't lose our blackness. We can criticize the strippers and the heifers and the hoes in the community and we don't lose our black card. So along the same thing, we could criticize the African kingdoms, the African players, the African hatchet men who were involved in the slave trade, and we don't lose our Pan-African card. And it doesn't violate the idea of what Pan-Africanism is. So that's my thought process. What y'all think? You think I'm wrong? Let me know. Say something in the comments. Like I said, this is just food for thought while I do my morning walk. It's Shabazz with the proper perspective. Holla at me.